Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Middle Earth, and we need to go collect some Arc emblems and scout the river crossing to see what's going on there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And also, there was no LOTRO video again yesterday. Only this time, well, it had a little more to do with the fact that LOTRO was down for maintenance yesterday. And by the time it was back up again, I was kind of already in the middle of stuff. So I didn't get a chance to record it. Shame on me, right? Shame on me. Arc emblem from Arc of the Norcross. Right. Well, that's easy. That's one. I think this is not an orc, but we're still gonna kill you. Oh, you might be an orc. Okay, you are. I thought maybe it was a goblin riding that. But no, it's an orc. Ooh, you won't turn that down. If you hear some yelling in the background, say hello to Miss Carol, who indeed has things to say, and we'll say them right now. Alright, two more. Easy peasy. There, I thought we were gonna have to look harder for these guys. Guess not. Did you die now? Thanks. Okay, all done. Bring the Arc Emblem to Elfmar, Mead Hall of Faldham. So, we need to go this way. And I just noticed we're getting very close to the level where we have to start worrying about our legendary weapons, because the all the legacies on them will be useless after level 95, making our weapons useless too. And I still not figured out a thing about that. I'm gonna have to look up some guides, because it is far different from when I was playing with characters before. You actually had to upgrade your weapons every few levels. And I'll be honest, that was a lot easier. This, it has to be. Yep, because somebody else just showed up here. Okay, we are here. We have arrived. We need to find Elfmar. Who are you, Elf? You have to be in here. Looks like the other person I just saw go past is coming here too. Hello, Elfmar.
Welcome to Faldham, friends.
These are not the first such emblems I have seen. I know the Arcs move across the Norcross in great numbers. I'm trying to do the best I can to combat them while my father is away at the Forge of Eisen.
You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men?
I know Thane Mildriff since I was a boy. She was not Thane then, of course. It's a great shame what happened to her husband and her son, but I am not attributing her words solely to grief. Grief Athelward is many things, and I would never say he lacked courage. But the simple fact is that climbing is far away. He worries first about climbing and second about the other towns within his riding. I cannot say I would do otherwise. You tell Elfmar that you spoke with his father, Elfhelm, at the Forge of Eisen. I am glad to hear he still lives, Medrielle. I would like to hear more of your account. While my father is away, I am trying to rule in his place as best I can. You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men? We can discuss the state of things in Rohan, and you can tell me more of what you have seen beyond its borders. Oh, good. We get to do an instance where we, I guess, help train his men.
I would be pleased to see what you can do.
The field just outside the mead hall serves as the training area for my men. Will you help train them? I would be pleased to see what you can do. So would I.
Elfmar is a good man, and true, just like his father. We should help him prepare his men for battle as best we can.
Alright. Things go ill in Rohan, Medrielle. I fear that the king's men are fewer than in days past, and less resolute. I've heard whispers from villagers and lords alike that put little faith in the Eden King. I stand with Eaworth, the king's nephew, and third marshal of the Rittermark. He is my shield brother, and we have sparred in peace and fought side by side during the war. If he were here, he would be the first to volunteer to train with my men. Alas, Elfmar is carried hither and yon by the tides of danger, and he goes where he is most needed. For today, that is elsewhere. It will not always be so, and that is why I want you to train with my men. They will have need of the experience when the orcs come to Faldham, as surely they must. I've called as many men as could be spared from the field. This very enclosure where my father taught me to... Okay, so... this is where his father taught him to fight. And now we're going to teach him a lesson in fighting too. I yield. Very good. Well fought, both of you. I will find someone with whom to test my own mettle. I will try not to hurt these horse swords too badly, Medrielle, for your sake. So, everybody's getting to train with someone. The man has the rank of Cyril. His mood is one of trepidation. He was born in Garthfield but now lives in Faldham, and his loyalty is to Elfmar while Elfhelm is away. That's enough. Sorry, that's all I can stand. This man has the rank of Guma. His mood is one of eagerness. He was born in Faldham and is a frequent companion of Elfmar and Elfmar. Okay, who's next? I guess Cordon's not helping in this little exercise. The man has rank of Rhine. His mood is one of confidence. He was born in Harwick and came to Faldham with his family very recently. He practiced daily, so he made better protect them. So very good. Thank you for the practice. Okay, what about you? This man, okay, another of Cyril. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But he lived in Snowbourne and came to Faldham to serve Elfheim. But he arrived after Elfhelm. After Elfhelm rode to the forge, and now seeks to impress Elfmar. Dang, I only hit you once. Two. How many do we have to fight? Looks like several of them. Okay, another Cyril. Okay, at least you didn't. You took 2 hits before you gave up. Guma was born in Minas Tirith, but is of Rohan descent and came to Faldham many years ago. He has already distinguished himself in battle with orcs. Who get to fight with a lot of them? Okay, you were born in Faldham and worked daily on your... Okay, daily on the combat skills, but to little result. Okay, so he's not a very good fighter. The man has the rank of Rhine. His mood is one of weariness. He was born in Langhold and has seen much of war. He came to Faldham because this is where his steed finally succumbed to exhaustion. He offered his sword to Elfmar as a means of regaining his honor. Man has the rank of Rhine, eagerness. He was born in Faldham, and his loyalty has always been to Elfhelm and his heirs. Good, good. Alright, Elfmar. And we're done here. It is true that your friend and boon companion Horn is from Eaworth in the Entwolf's Vale. If he is the son of Reeve Ingbert, then his sister is the girl Ingis. Elfmar looked troubled. I wonder how she had taken to the death of Prince Beardred. The two were betrothed, and now, alas, never will they marry. The war has already taken the happiness of many, and it has only just begun. I am ready to spar with you again, Medrielle, and this time I will not let you have the victory so easily. Or will you? Off to Corden. Horn, are you ready to improve yourself in battle? I did not catch that, Nona. What did you say? I want a challenge. Do you think you could provide it? I think you will find I can. Do you see the strength in my sword arm? Where? Here, my sword arm. Ah, you are having a jest. I would spar with you, lady, but I would fear to harm such a delicate flower. I will not be called that to you by you. Lady? Delicate? There's Nona and Horn sparring. Gordon, you wanted to speak to me. Oh my, Nona and Horn will likely be sparring like that for a while. I've been wondering how much longer it might take. Each of their interest in the other has been quite obvious to me, though perhaps not to themselves. Gordon smiles. Would you like to spar with me? They're not likely to end anytime soon. Sure, Gordon. Very good. Nice and short. I see that Horn and Nona are not yet finished. I do not quite know what to make of this, Medrielle. If I did not know better, I would say that these two are courting. But that would be unwise to say aloud. Perhaps I am mistaken. Elfmar shakes his head. Thank you for your help. I know that my men are better prepared to face what must surely await them now. I hope you found the training useful as well. They're still going at it. They'll be going at it for a while. Are you ready to return to the mead hall? Nothing follows up a sweat quite like a great mug of ale. Alright. Back into the mead hall we go. Wonder how long those two did for. Yeah, it's kind of funny. The dwarves and the Rohirrim have, in some ways, a similar aesthetic, but also vastly different.
There is something reassuring about a good bout of sparring.
Thank you very much, Medrielle. There is something solid and reassuring about a good bout of sparring. And I know my men will be pleased to have had the opportunity when the time comes to defend their homes or those of their neighbors. We got heavy armor, medium armor, light armor. Okay, 94 will. 28 fate. I mean, I'll take it. I probably won't use it because I'd lose a whole ton of vitality and only gain 10 health out of it. Or gain 10 armor out of it.
No doubt your friend Horn will be glad to see his home again.
Your road surely runs northwest to Eaworth. No doubt your friend Horn will be glad to see his home again, and you may be able to learn where the orcs cross the river if they still live. As you travel through the Entwolf's Vale, slay any mounted enemies you encounter. With such speed, they could double back and cause trouble for Faldham, or for towns in the Sut Cross, and I do not wish that. Your friends are just outside, I believe. speak with them, and give them my thanks for helping to train my men. He's actually very polite, even though I'm sure he has questions about us running around with a gunlanding girl, the elf ward.
Can you help me with this?
The orc forces have laid waste to the crossers to the north. We will not allow the same fate to befall the people of Faldham. My riders, the most brave and loyal men I have ever known, are called the Elf Ward. Each of them will have a part to play if we are to withstand the coming siege. The Elf Ward have skills unmatched among all the riders of the plains, yet they are distracted by other concerns. This could prove to be our downfall on the battlefield. We must put their concerns to rest if hope is to be had of survival. Speak with Nostrils and see what actions might put his mind at ease. Alright, looks like we have a few other things to do here before we go. I wonder where this... Oh. You here? Oh, yeah, you're right behind me.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Greetings, Medrielle. My concern lies with a growing threat from the wooded area to the east. The crofters tell tales of strange, monstrous creatures seen lurking in the shadows. Of late, a drunken farmer was attacked while pacing the woods at night. Stories of the beast that came upon him have many worried. Speak with the elder Sahard about the matter. He is wise and has been studying these events with some earnest. And where do we find this one? I just have to read. At his farm just east of Faldham Mead Hall. Okay, so he's east of the Faldham Mead Hall. Doesn't specify if it's within Faldham or outside of it, just east of it. I'm going to say probably outside of it. So let's talk to our companion. I'll start with Corden.
Eaworth sits very near to Fangorn. I would like to see that forest, if we may.
Eaworth sits on the cliffs at the bend of the Entwash to the north. Were we to follow the river past the city, we would eventually arrive at the forest of Fangorn. I have heard tales of Fangorn that make me most curious to see it, but to hear Horn speak of it, I cannot imagine he will want us to get any closer to it than Eaworth. Alright, Horn.
I thought we might need to go to Eaworth. It is my home.
I thought we might need to go to Eaworth. It is my home, but I have not been there to stay in several years. I returned briefly for a few days after Theoden King ordered me to stand guard, and before I left Rohan, my father was pleased to see me go, I think. His name is Ingbert, and he is the Reavoke of the Entwash Vale. He trained both Prince Theodred and Eomer when they were young. He trained me as well, but I did not impress him as much as they did. He is a hard man. I hope my family troubles will not distress you. Nona, well, he will not think much of Nona. I will follow your lead at Eaworth, Medrielle. I do not want my family to cause any trouble for you or your companions. So we have to go to his home where he's kind of not welcome. And Nona will certainly not be welcome.
I do not understand why Horn is reluctant to return to his home. Or perhaps I do.
I do not understand why Horn is reluctant to return to his home. If I were to return to Lanat now, I would be glad to see Tuvuk. I would introduce him to Corridon and to Horn. Nona falls silent for a moment. Perhaps I see why Horn is not eager to see his home again. So she thinks it has to do specifically with her. It's a lot more than that, dear. A lot more. But, of course, we will find out more next time. Until then, bye for now.